In this problem, we plan a robbery of houses along a street. Each house has a certain amount of money hidden inside, but there is a constraint. You cannot rob two adjacent houses on the same night because their security systems are connected, and this will automatically alert the police if they are robbed simultaneously. Given an array of integer nums representing the amount of money in each house, the goal is to return the maximum amount of money you can rob in one night without alerting the police. For instance, consider the array nums equals 1, 2, 3, 1. You could rob house 0, which has money equals 1, and then rob house 2, which has money equal 3. The total amount of money you can obtain in this scenario is 1 plus 3, that equals 4. This scenario satisfies the problem's requirement of not robbing adjacent houses. If you rob house 0 with money equals 1, you cannot rob house 1. Therefore, you must choose between houses 2 and 3. If you rob house 2 with money equals 3, the total amount is 1 from house 0 plus 3 from house 2, that equals 4. Alternatively, if you rob house 3 with money equals 1, the total amount is 1 from house 0 plus 1 from house 3 equals 2. If you rob house 1 with money equals 2, you cannot rob houses 0 and 2, leaving only house 3. If you rob house 3 with money equals 1, the total amount is 2 from house 1 plus 1 from house 3, which equals 3. Therefore, the optimal solution is to rob houses 0 and 2, as this results in the highest total amount of money, which is 4. To solve this problem, I can use a dynamic programming approach. I'll use an auxiliary array money to store the maximum amount of money that can be obtained from each house, considering the constraint of not robbing adjacent houses. I'll iterate through each house and decide whether it's more advantageous to rob it or not based on the amounts calculated previously. The algorithm begins by handling two particular cases to simplify the main logic. If there are no houses at all, meaning the length of the nums array is 0, there is nothing to rob. Therefore, it makes sense to return 0 since no money can be obtained from a street without houses. If there is only one house, the only option is to rob that house. Consequently, the maximum amount of money that can be obtained is simply the value in that house, which is nums of 0. These two checks allow me to simplify scenarios where the number of houses is very small. After handling these cases, I move on to the main logic of the algorithm, which deals with situations where there are 2 or more houses. I will declare an array money that will be used to store the maximum amount of money that can be robbed from each house. The first two positions of this array can be initialized as follows. Money of 0 equals nums of 0, which is the amount of money in the first house, and money of 1 equals max of nums of 0 and nums of 1, where money of 1 is initialized with the maximum amount between the first and second houses. Starting from the third house, I equals 2, I'll calculate the maximum possible amount for each house I using the recurrence relation. Money of I equals max of money of I minus 1, money of I minus 2 plus nums of I. This means that for each house, I decide whether to rob it and add the stolen money to the maximum amount up to house I minus 2, or not to rob it and keep the maximum amount up to house I minus 1. If I rob house I cannot rob house I minus 1 due to the adjacent security systems, but I can rob house I minus 2. Therefore, I add nums of I to the maximum amount robbed up to house I minus 2. If I choose not to rob house I, the maximum amount remains that of house I minus 1. At each step, I decide whether to rob the current house based on which of the two options yields more money. In the end, money of n-1 will contain the maximum amount of money that can be robbed without alerting the police. In conclusion, by initially verifying that the number of houses allows for at least one to be robbed, I approach the problem's solution with a dynamic programming algorithm that efficiently calculates the maximum amount of money that can be robbed, optimizing the solution and avoiding unnecessary recalculations. This is an efficient and scalable way to tackle the problem of house robbery, ensuring that an optimal solution is achieved in linear time O of n, where n is the number of houses. Now it's time to test and submit this code. Testing is crucial to ensure that the algorithm works correctly, especially with edge cases.